Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube. Oops, spilling my coffee. Here to help you break through those fears and live an awesome life. We're going to go into advanced manifesting more and more and more. Why? Because we have the power, the veils are dropping, and your abilities are just off the charts amazing, and I think you're ready to use them. So I've got my coffee. Let's get started. What is advanced manifesting? Well, we're always manifesting, and I cannot express that enough. Manifesting isn't something you do when you focus on something or desire something. You're always focused on something. All right? This is what's happening 24/7. Right now you're manifesting. Everything in your life is being manifested by you individually. How does that work? Well, you are an individual expression of one connected energy, quantum physics. You are allowed through free will to make your own individual choice. Now, we are one connected energy, all right? We are one through quantum physics, one energy. I cannot express that enough. Affected by everything. We're going to talk a lot about that in other videos, but today I want you to understand the power of you. Why do you wield so much advanced power right now? We are evolving as a collective consciousness. We are moving past what could have been total disasters for this planet. We are evolving into a higher spiritual, let's just say, dimension. What does that mean? We're acting more responsibly. It doesn't seem like it, but we are acting more responsibly. We're caring more about each other, about the environment, about everything. And we're understanding that we're not just these physical bodies. We're getting less materialistic and realizing that the true abundance rests right inside of here, right inside of here. All this power is here, not in this body, but you as the energy. So you as the energy can choose anything, and you are manifesting right now, okay? I just want to keep expressing that. So the question is, through my 3-second manifesting video, I ask you, what am I manifesting, right? You sit there and ask yourself, what am I manifesting? Whatever you're focused on, thinking of, complaining about in your head is all manifesting your reality. You get to choose the individual reality, because why would we come here if we had no choice? We'd just be automatons walking around, and we'd say, it doesn't matter what we do because the outcome's going to be whatever anyways. So we are allowed to choose our journey along the way. We came here for a specific reason individually to accomplish certain goals, to experience some things. Some of it is very, very dark, but that is part of the evolution of the soul and your individual spiritual evolution. We can't question that. We just don't have those answers as humans. So let's just proceed accordingly and know that everything is exactly as it should be, and that we're just here to work through and reach our highest potential in whatever situation we're in. Instead of complaining, being a victim, that's part of disempowerment. Two, that's part of free will, saying, I'm not doing it, so I'm disempowered. Somebody else is to blame. I'm a victim. And so you will live your life like that. Let's get out of that. Take control. I know it's hard, because then you have to admit that you have done everything, but not consciously. So go easy on yourself. Most of these decisions were very unconscious decisions. All right? You were not aware that you even wielded this power, because we've been told that we didn't. So be cool with this, because you are now going into advanced manifesting, and you're going to let that go and take control of your power. All right. So here's what's going on with manifesting. You're manifesting at all times. We're going into higher dimensions, which even if you're not personally progressing, but I think you are because you're on this channel, so you're obviously understanding that this is real stuff. If you're not personally progressing, you're still going to be affected by the collective consciousness, which is raising. Now, not everybody's going to go up. Everybody still has a choice if they stay down in the third dimension, which is a density, ego-driven, me, I want stuff. Everything I manifest is about me, getting things, and those things are going to make me happy. They won't. And when you figure that out, you'll realize that there's something so much more powerful, bigger, abundant, happy, joyful, peaceful, wonderful for everyone around you. Relationships will be healed. Your body will be healed. Abundance will flow in ways you didn't imagine, that you're not even asking for, because you're so connected to the ultimate, unlimited manifestation store, let's put it that way. Everything resides there, and you're in that place where you don't need anything. Need is a message of lack. So when you don't need it, then you're in a place of peace, a place of peace, a place of peace. What is that? You're in all abundance. Needing is lack. Need, I need, I need. That's why I said we don't use the N word on my channel, because it is usually in a negative way, but this year we're using it a positive one. I need to progress spiritually in order to reach my full potential. And so that is a good way to use the need word. All right, so what are we going to do today? The veils are coming down. Even if you are not in a fourth and fifth dimension, that is more of a higher frequency of giving, loving, not focused on yourself, still struggling as a human being in some areas, but getting there, understanding there's something bigger and more powerful than yourself. You are always manifesting at every moment. All right? There are no laws. There's no law of attraction. That is a term that was coined over 100 years ago. There's no law. There's no attraction. There is only frequencies and dimensions, and there's probably so much more beyond that because we just don't even have all the answers. You're shifting into different realities in every split second that you switch your thoughts. And every potential gets switched into at that moment. So when you switch to a higher frequency, you're going into this pathway. When you switch into a negative thought, you're going over here, and all the potentials within that reality. And then switching. It's happening constantly. Way beyond what I'm explaining, because there's no time involved in that. You're just creating it. Now, quantum physics states that, and is proven, this is not a concept. This is real stuff. Whatever you focus on changes matter. What you're feeling and thinking is what happens when that wave turns into a particle. So you and I can have different realities because we can both focus on the exact same thing, but your thoughts and your beliefs behind it will create something different than mine every single time. So we're both going to focus on one thing. And you're thinking, well, there's only one thing available from that item that we're going to focus on, and that's not true. It's not true. In one reality, you receive the thing in the situation or whatever it is. And in my reality, I receive the thing in the situation. If I tap into that absolute power. If I'm focused on it and I believe it's something I don't deserve, or I need it to be happy, and there's negative feelings connected to it, it's not going to happen. In fact, I'm going to shift into a reality away from that because I'm placing negative feelings on the very thing that I'm focused on. All right? It's very subtle. It's very subtle. And when you consistently, subtly have those same feelings and thoughts behind certain things, you're manifesting it. And this is why so many people tell me, it doesn't work for me. What do you mean it doesn't work? It's working exactly for you. Yeah, you're manifesting. It doesn't work for me. It's working for you. You're just not doing what you need to in a positive way to manifest the things you desire. You actually are repelling it because you have negative thoughts and feelings. And the fact that you say it doesn't work as if it's something separate from your manifesting that you're doing 24/7 tells me that you believe that it is a separate power from you. It's not. You're doing it at all times. So when you say, oh, these techniques or that doesn't work for me, well, the bottom line is you're absolutely controlling everything. Anything I show you isn't me doing it. It's that you believe it works, and that technique that I show you works for you, makes it powerful. So when you believe it works, it works. So when I show you something that may be different, that clicks with you, it's not me doing it. It's you using that pathway and that power to create something, all right? There's no outside force or my technique works and somebody else's doesn't. It's that when you absolutely are ready for it, you go in and whatever you're doing and however you're focusing is clear. It is not needy. It is not requiring it to be happy. There's no lack involved in there, and when you go to higher frequency, it must appear. It must. There's no blocks between you and it. Advanced manifesting is the veil's coming down and you absolutely connected to everything. So what's happening right now? If you saw my 2019 predictions, this is a pivotal year for us. It's an advanced year before we go into some huge changes. There's going to be some big changes this year. And they're all good. Everything's good. Everything that's happening is good. It's the falling off of things and structures that don't work. It'll include some things that happen in your life. If you know that they are good, then you will know that whatever's coming for you is absolutely so much greater than what you had. And when you let go of what you had, you'll realize that what you're receiving is amazing and that you never would have imagined it. Only if you let go. If you try to hang on to the old structures, the old jobs, the old relationships, the old material things that aren't working for you, or even if they are working for you, if you see things falling off, it's because the universe is taking you to a higher frequency because that's what you are asking for. You're tuning into it. Can't do it without you because you have that individual experience, right? Somebody else could progress to 4th and 5th dimension, and you can stay right in 3rd if you refuse to let go of the constructs of this life that you're living because you're happy there, right? You think you are, but if you are not open to what the possibilities are, you're going to miss out on some unbelievably amazing things. And of course, your spiritual transition, what does that mean? You can't take it with you. You can't take this body or all that stuff you want or your relationships with you. Things will continue on the other side in a completely different way, and none of it requires the material world. So what are you going to work on? It should be the absolute ascension of your spiritual being, right? And that is taking yourself to higher frequency, releasing the material world. All right, so what's happening with the veils coming down? You are connecting to powers that you never imagined. Even if you are not in a 4th dimension transition period or 5th, you will experience some things that are going to be a little weird. I have had 1111, 1111 show up so many times every single day for several days in a row. This has been going on for about 5 days. So many times that it's absolutely freaky. I'll look up someplace and the clock is always 1111, or there's 1111 views, or it's 1111 on the counter when I'm editing a video, or it just keeps going on and on and on. All right, what is that? That is not a coincidence. Those are messages. Actually, my friend sent me a link to the numbers. If you sign up for my list, I will actually share that link in that email list of numbers. And you can look those up. 1111 is a spiritual mentor. Basically, somebody's come here to lead others to ascension, right? Okay, so I'm going to share that in that email. Also, my Breakthrough Fear course links are all in the emails that you receive, plus discounts on anything, free stuff, and inspiration. All right, I want to keep you on track. So the question is, are you ignoring these things that are showing up, or are you using your power? I'm going to tell you what's happening. If you use that power, you will tap into things that'll blow your mind. And you're not going to care about this world that you created and the job and all the other things that are just getting you by, right? Even if you live in luxury, you're not always going to be in a happy place. That gets boring after a while. There's something so much greater, and I think you know that. That's why you're on this channel. So you are moving into a higher dimension. You don't have to go. Everything's a choice. Your powers are much more let's just say, available than ever before. They're going to show up messages. The veil between this world and the other dimensions, the other worlds, are going to be more apparent to one another. We're going to see things more frequently. The messages, all these things are going to show up. Guidance. I have a meditation to ask for answers, get guided on something. If you have a question, if you want to know what to do next, what decisions to make, you're actually tapping into yourself. That's not violating free will. Asking yourself, basically, and asking your angels and your guides to help you with that, to do the best thing. And what you're doing is you're giving them directives, so no violation of free will. So that meditation, you actually go in, ask your angels, and then you ask, and then you receive the messages, and then things will start to appear. This is true. This is actually happening for many, many people. I'm getting unbelievable responses. Advanced manifestation is happening right now. You are not manifesting at times when you focus. You're always focused on something. What are you focused on? What are you manifesting? You're manifesting 24/7. Absolutely everything in your life is happening through your focus, your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions. Actions are really important. Why? They are a result of what you're believing and feeling and thinking. Right? So you say, no, I'm going into a job I don't love. I'm not believing and thinking I love it, but you're still going into the job. And that action is reflection of exactly what you're feeling, and that's disempowered to make a change. All right? So if you're still doing something, look at your actions and say, that's what I'm believing. I'm believing that that's all I can do. I'm not taking the action to change anything. If you're going and getting training on something new, or looking for a new job, or taking the action to make changes, then your actions are a reflection of the fact that you're open to change, and you're going to make that change happen. All right? So many opportunities right now. It's off the charts. Are you going to tap into it? It's available for you every single moment of every single day, even when you're sleeping. Advanced manifesting's happening. You can manifest unbelievable, amazing things and live life in miracles every single day. We're going to continue this discussion after I have my coffee, and we're going to go into actual ways that you can start to create things. You're whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.